Afrique Today, dans l'émission de l'équipe du dimanche présentée par Coach Fofo, tous les dimanches à partir de 4h30. Ce soir, nous avons l'aimable de recevoir un de mes coachs du nom de Justin Red, qui est le fondateur de Clik Soccer Academy, qui a l'aimabilité de nous visiter ce soir pour qu'on puisse parler du football, parler de soccer, de la jeunesse aussi, de tout ce qui engendre le sport dans notre communauté. Et en même temps aussi parler de l'association des coachs, des noirs entraîneurs qui sont dans le DMV. Et ce soir, nous sommes là. Tout juste pour vous donner un petit peu de détails sur Justin Reid, qui est le fondateur de l'opération de Quick Fit qui est à Greenbelt. Il est aussi le vice-président de Red Sport Tour, une organisation aussi qui amène les joueurs à faire des tours d'entraînement dans les pays à voisinage, comme dans les Caraïbes, au Jamaïque, Barbados et ainsi de suite. Il est là ce soir pour nous parler de son académie et de parler de sa personne et de ce qu'il a en jus dans la communauté depuis plus de 10 ans. Mr. Justin Red, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
And welcome to our show, l'Équipe du Dimanche.
Thank you for having me, Coach Fofo.
Okay. Justin, we met a couple years ago, and it's a pleasure for me to have you today in this event so we can talk about soccer. Things you love, things I love.
Right.
And then my first question is going to go to you. Who's Justin Reid?
Wow, that's a pretty broad question, but Justin Reid is a person who loves the game, loves football, loves soccer. I started playing at the age of 4. The first club that I played for was Montgomery Soccer Incorporated, MSI, which is based here in Montgomery County. I continued playing throughout my youth career, played for Potomac Soccer Club, Columbia Soccer Club, and eventually off to the University of Delaware, where I played there for 4 years from 2000 to 2004. So in terms of who Justin Reid is soccer-wise, extremely passionate person. Soccer runs in my family. My parents are actually from Trinidad and Tobago. My dad played for Fatima College, which is one of the well-known colleges in Trinidad at the time. I have an older brother as well, who played at George Washington University, for 4 years. So, football, soccer is a sport that's just been a part of my life for a very, very, very long time.
Thank you. I know after your career for so many years, you want to return to the community, you want to give back to the community.
Correct.
And you went behind whatever you have, and you create a Quick Fit.
Mm-hmm.
Can we talk about Quick Fit, what a Quick Fit is doing in the community in terms of leverage of soccer and knowledge of soccer to our community?
Yeah, so Quick Feet started back in 2005, and this was after I graduated from the University of Delaware. I came back home and I actually volunteered for the YMCA of the New Carrollton Boys and Girls Club. I went back home to my parents' house after graduating. After volunteering, I just found that I just had a passion, and I just loved coaching, and I really wanted to help youth get an opportunity to experience soccer the way that I have experienced soccer in terms of traveling, whether it was to various major soccer tournaments like the Dallas Cup or like the Tampa Sun Bowl at the time. Just the exposure that soccer gave me, I wanted to give back to the youth. So after volunteering for about 2 years at the Boys and Girls Club, I decided to start Quick Feet Soccer. Is Quick Feet Soccer Training at the time. Now the name is now changed to Quick Feet Soccer for Kids. We started it in 4 locations in Prince George's County. We started in the north area, and this is Prince George's County, Maryland. We started in the north, and then we went down to the south. We did about 4 clinics each season, just to get the kids interested in playing soccer. In the camps and so forth. Yeah, so after we did the clinics, we now decided to start a soccer club. And we did a soccer club. Time frame was about 2009 to about 2012. We got up to about 60 players in the club. A lot of these kids are still playing today. One kid played for DC United, not the professional team, of course, but for the youth academy team.
Yeah.
And we've got quite a few kids right now who are still playing, and we have a graduating class of kids who've moved on from Quick Feet Soccer all to other clubs, and they are now going into college starting next year. So I was very happy to just give the kids an opportunity to experience travel soccer.
This is a fantastic, journey you started, and but our people who watch this emission, Equipe Du Dimanche every Sunday, want to know how long Quick Fit is on the place, and how many stuff Quick Fit achieved from 2005 to today.
Right. So from 2005, like I said, it started out as a club, and then after the club dissolved, we decided to now expand it throughout Montgomery County, Prince George's County, Anne Arundel, so pretty much Maryland, Virginia, and D.C., to a point now where we currently have 17 locations in which we just offer soccer clinics for kids as young as 2 years old all the way up to 7.
Oh, wonderful.
And as soon as the kids graduate out of our program, 7 years old, we move them on to other soccer clubs to kind of give them opportunities to experience what it takes to be a part of a travel soccer program.
D'accord. Madame, mesdemoiselles, messieurs, oui, sur le plan de continuer à parler de Justin Reed, où vraiment a créé une unique organisation pour leverage pas d'un grand club, mais des enfants à partir de 3 ans jusqu'à 5 ans, où on fait la cour préparatoire, où on donne l'élévation, le basic, comme on le dit aux États-Unis, de cette formation footballistique aux enfants. Aujourd'hui, acquitté de 3 catégories et au 17e catégorie aujourd'hui de centre où les enfants viennent jusqu'à un certain âge et sont gradués. Justin, is it something me personally touched my heart? You know, me and you, we have a chance to talk about it almost a year ago. Is to leverage our community to our black coaches in the DMV. And I know you have also a passion to have our people color together to do something for our community. Just know our job, our effort we do in the community for other people. Can you talk about me for the black coach in the DMV?
Yeah, so what we did back in 2018 was I co-founded a association called the Black Soccer Membership Association. If you go online, it's blacksoccercoaches.org. And the main focus of that organization is to empower us. We don't rely on other organizations from other cultures to give us things. We are a believer that what's for us must be by us. So therefore, what we do in the association is we offer various things like coaching grants, and we give coaches opportunities to be able to take USSF licensing courses. We support coaches in terms of their businesses. All right, if we need to help them in terms of consultation, all right, we give coaches advice in terms of, all right, well, this is how we recommend you should run your club. This is how we recommend you should market. So there's a variety of things that we do for our members. But we just have a strong belief that as a black coach, you're not just a coach, you're also a mentor, you're also a business person, you're also an administrator. And it's very important that we understand that we're not just coaches, we can do a lot more.
Exactly.
So it's all about empowerment and true empowerment and support of one another in order to give black coaches an opportunity.
Going through what you just leverage, how can we reorganizing this organization in terms of giving diversity and also expanding and create a platform for this existing organization, but to be knowing for all the new coaches is coming now to the soccer business?
Well, I'm a big believer in a gentleman. His name is Dr. Claude Anderson. And Dr. Claude Anderson is, he's outside of soccer, and his main thing is economics, black economics. And the one thing that I've learned from him just reading his books is a philosophy called vertical integration. And what vertical integration is if I have a program, I'm not going to come in and compete with you.
Exactly.
I'm going to provide something that's going to help you to build your program. And then somebody else is going to come in and provide a resource in soccer, if we're being specific, that's going to allow us all to grow together. The problem with the black soccer community is everybody wants to do everything. And everybody wants to be a part of, they want to run their own club, and then they're competing against somebody who already has a club. Or they want to start a brand and they're competing against somebody that already has a brand. Or they want to do this, a tournament, they're already competing against somebody who has a tournament. Instead of just saying, all right, I'm going to stay in this lane and I'm going to support the black soccer community. I'm going to support this club and I'm going to give this club a resource if my focus is just on tournaments or just on having a brand. I'm just going to do a brand and I'm not going to focus on everything else. What tends to happen in our community is people want to do everything. And that's the reason why we're clashing. And that's the reason why we have a problem, because we don't vertical integrate. What we do is we focus on horizontal. So anytime you focus on being horizontal, you're going to clash and you're going to have issues, and it makes it impossible for anybody to work together.
Et bien, Madame, Mademoiselle, Monsieur, sur la troisième volet de notre point de ce soir, la rencontre d'avoir sur notre plateau Justin Reid, où vraiment beaucoup de soucis pour notre communauté, surtout au niveau des entraîneurs noirs, qui vraiment fait la pluie et le beau temps dans cette communauté au niveau du football, du soccer, mais qui n'arrivent pas à travailler dans la même logique où tout le monde veut faire ce que l'autre fait, où tout le monde veut compéter contre l'autre. Aujourd'hui, ça nous donne la diversité de ne pas avoir notre marge de travail et gagner plus de ce que nous devons gagner. Mais aujourd'hui, nous trouvons des sujets, comment venir ensemble sur une plateforme et travailler et représenter notre communauté. Justin, go behind, just information you just given. Me and you, we sit down, I believe, 2017, end of 2017, and then we be talking about, I call you and then say, okay, Justin, is there any way we can do this? And then we're talking about building our own black league.
Yes.
And then I believe we sit down like an hour and a half, and we talk, and then you show me some static, some document, where we are today from that, information you leveraged to me a couple years ago.
Yep. So that information and building that league has been on hold because I believe that we got to get the right mindset first. And everybody has to understand, look, if we build a league, we're building this together. We're building this in terms of ownership.
Exactly.
Take, for example, Major League Soccer. All right. Major League Soccer is a single person membership LLC, limited liability company. So when you buy into Major League Soccer, they currently have 28 teams. You are buying in, if you own a franchise, you're buying into the league. Therefore, you are getting a cut of the revenue. The problem with us in our approach in terms of the black soccer coaches and understanding what this league can do for us is we're not willing to give a little bit. Okay. We think that if we have to join in with somebody else, then that's going to take away from what we already have. And you can't have that mindset. Yes, you got to think, how can you join together to make the pool and the pie even bigger?
For everybody.
So therefore, for everybody. Yeah. So therefore, everyone who's a part of that pie and invested in that pie is eating. All right? That's the one thing I would say that white people, for example, white folks understand that in terms of business. They understand the big picture and coming together. We don't understand that. And that's the reason why this league, for example, is on hold. We've got documentation. It shows how folks will, or investors in the league will make their money. They'll get their dividends. They'll get profit. But once again, it starts with the mindset of folks having to be committed and saying, okay, well, if I move my teams from the league that I'm currently in to join this league, I'm going to have ownership in this league. And I can also now be a part of a committee, and I can also be a part of the ownership group in this league that's going to dictate how this league is going to run from years to now. From now, the problem is we don't have everybody on board yet.
On the same mind to do them.
We don't have that.
But what can we do? Because, matter of fact, even yesterday, last night, I've been listening to some information all the way from Australia, and then the guys pointing how the Indian come to Australia and today have ownership for houses, lands, have so many things, and then he talking about our black. Is a sin, or what is it in our community we can now work together? Do you have anything to say about that?
The problem that we have is we are grouped into our cultures. The African diaspora, we're made up of thousands of different cultures. But when you come here, it's looked at as the Caribbean people over here, the native blacks. I like to call them native blacks. I don't like to call black. I don't, because that's an oxymoron to me. They're native blacks. And then you've got the Africans over here. We are all looking at it as, all right, how can we work together in our own group? And we can't even do that.
It's tough.
It's extremely tough. And we can't look at it as, the different subcultures. We got to look at it as we're black as a whole. And we have to look at our community and where it's at, because I'll be honest, we are at the bottom of the barrel in this country. All right. If you just look at the inner cities, you don't have to go too far. You go to Baltimore, you go to Washington, D.C., you see our brothers and sisters, they're struggling. All right. So if we can say we're black and we're just going to focus on how can we get the best people who can do this, who can be the business mind. How can we get the best people who can be the technical mind in football? How can we get the best people who can be the coaches, and understand that we have to play a role and we have to stay in our lane. For Quick Feed, for example, I've got about 6 coaches that are hired, and they also happen to be black coaches, all of them. And they understand something, and they have to understand something when they come into your organization. Your job is to play a role. And I want you to feel as though you're part owner in Quick Feed as well. I incentivize my coaches. They get bonuses for basic things like showing up to every single training session.
And do your job.
Do your job, right? Showing up on time. Getting good references from the parents. All these are things that incentivize them so they feel as though they have ownership. So these same coaches now go out and they'll market and they'll put the Quick Feed information out there. So that's empowerment. We got to understand that as a black soccer community as well. And we don't get that. Everybody wants to fight with each other.
And I believe this is a part of a piece you just touched, is the education.
Yes.
Our people need to be educated.
Yes.
Because it's not easy. I'm going through the same problem because when people join me and I tell them, say, hey, take this like your own business, market, be on the time on the practice, be enjoyful, invest your time, invest your love, so we can, when one parent leave your academy or your practice, he can refer you other parents. But it's kind of hard, and now people come with a mind to come and compete you or learn from you and go and set up or the next 5 miles from you. And it is just running our community.
It is.
We need, as the black coaches who work hard for white people or whatever, we try to show, lift or high their their business, whatever. But we ourselves is something, I don't know. How can we do that? Is a under question. We have to find a solution for that.
Yeah, we have to find a solution. And just down the street, and this recently just happened, but World Class Premier FC, Koku. You know,
it's my younger brother.
That's a younger brother.
Yeah.
Koku's a wonderful person. I was disappointed when he gave me a call and he told me that World Class Premier had just recently separated, and now I think there's a portion of it that's called the Maryland Bobcats FC.
They just put something a couple of weeks ago on the TV.
There you go.
I don't know what happened.
There you go. I don't know what happened either, but that's just another example of, I watched World Class start back in 2016. I saw how hard Koku worked. Koku hires only, and it just so happened to be this way, only black coaches and giving these guys opportunities. But once again, everybody wants to be the big dog. Everybody wants to be the lead. So now all of a sudden now they separate Maryland Bobcats FC. I don't know who runs it, and maybe something great will come of it. But why the separation?
And I see the coach who run the team for him last year, being a coach for the Bobcats now.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
So therefore, why? Why is something like that happen? Seeing that World Class Premier, I believe they had something like 500-600 kids, according to Koku. Recently I hosted a group from Barbados this summer, and we were actually supposed to scrimmage World Class Premier on a Tuesday in Gaithersburg, but it so happened to rain that day during the summertime. We weren't able to reschedule it when they came here, but just to see how he was building that club, and just to see how he had a great following.
I was there, when he started, and then get advice from me, and I say, hey, where you allocate yourself is a good neighborhood.
Right.
Do your own thing, and then he started.
Exactly.
And then we take a kid to go screening with him, to leverage, to pull people from the house to see what is established in the community.
Yep.
And then he won.
There you go. So we can continue to build World Class Premier and what Koku's been doing. You at ESYDA, you're mainly focused here in the Silver Spring area, and you have a specific market.
Yeah.
But that's vertical integration that I talk about. But now you've got this Maryland Bobcats group coming in. I don't know what their purpose is, and there you go. That's horizontal integration. What happens now is we're divided. Now you got folks from World Class Premier over here, Maryland Bobcats over here, and it's just a matter of time until one of them fail, or possibly both. Once again, why are we competing?
Madame, mademoiselle, monsieur, oui, nous sommes à la dernière trajectoire de notre équipe du dimanche, une émission qui est présentée tous les dimanches à partir de 4h30 sur notre chaîne www.afriquetoday.com, sur le YouTube, sur l'Instagram et sur le Twitter, et spécialement sur le Facebook, où nous avons l'aimabilité d'avoir le fondateur de Quick Foot for Kids qui est parmi nous ce soir, pour parler du foot, rien que du foot, et aussi parler de tout ce qui nous engendre dans notre communauté au niveau des entraîneurs et au niveau des organisateurs. Oui, Justin, I believe in 2026, the USA are going to be organizing the World Cup in this country. Is there anything in your mind we can start talking about our youth and our community now? Do we have any chance to see one or two in 2026 World Cup US national team?
In terms of players?
In terms of player.
I think the way that the U.S. soccer structure is right now, they don't too much care about kids in, say, the inner
city.
They don't. They could care less. I mean, if you look at the U.S. men's team right now, I think Giassi Zardes would be the only one who's from Compton in Los Angeles. But you look at all the rest of them, they've all came through the typical U.S. soccer system. You come, you play in the U.S. as a youth, your parent pays $3,000 a year, you're part of a special club. You know, a lot of craziness goes on in those clubs.
We are coming back for that pay-to-play option.
Right. A lot of craziness happens in those clubs. So to answer your question, with 2026 coming up, I know U.S. soccer has a commitment to wanting to do more in terms of outreach. But I just don't know exactly what their direction is going to be because oftentimes it's very unclear. And U.S. soccer is going through some issues right now. I'm actually going to be going to Nashville, Tennessee at the annual general meeting next week. I'm going to head out there, and I like to go to that meeting because I like to get inside information in terms of what's really going on. You know, because you can get information there that's not in the media. But recently, the CEO, they don't have a CEO at U.S. soccer. The COO recently resigned, I think yesterday. From U.S. Soccer. That's Greg Berhalter's brother. So even the U.S. Soccer is a mess. So therefore, if your federation's a mess, it makes it very difficult to trickle down and try to fix anything in the country.
And it go down to our MSI, MSO, on the here. I see a couple of weeks ago when we go to the coaching convention to keep what they've been doing. They just hold a precipitation meeting to continue voting for people who are governing the, the MSY. Why they do that? Nobody know, but they all know the mind, what they have on their mind. To go behind, how can we talk about the pay-to-play? Is it something, but my background, my parents never played to anybody, to me play. But I came to this country, people had to go all the way $7,000 per season. And our community people don't have that kind of money. And we are struggling today, have a kid with a talent, but we cannot go to the next level because of a money issue. Is there anything in your mind we can start working on it to solve that kind of problem we have in our community?
Well, I always got mixed emotions about pay to play, because oftentimes you see people, especially in the Washington, D.C. area, making comments on their Facebook about, we need to get rid of the pay to play system. But these are still guys who are collecting money from parents. But then they're talking about no pay to play, but you're collecting money. So which side are you on? I collect money from parents through Quick Feet Soccer, all right, because I need to make a living. So I'm not going to say, all right, well, get rid of the whole pay-to-play system. Otherwise, I won't have a business. But what I will say is the communities have to do a lot better job. The cities have to do a lot better job. All right. Take, for example,
inject money.
Exactly. Inject money and use the money wisely in sports, specifically soccer, especially in, predominantly Hispanic or predominantly black cities where soccer is impacting the majority and it's impacting the kid's life. Right. So take, for example, a city like Silver Spring, for example. I don't know the municipality of Silver Spring. I don't know how Silver Spring is broken down. But Silver Spring should be able to fund your organization, seeing you're based in Silver Spring, to say, here you go, Coach Fofo, here's, $50,000 a year. You can expect this, use this money to scholarship kids. So therefore, you have a nice balance of kids who can afford to pay for the ESYDA club, and then you got scholarship for the kids who cannot afford to pay. It takes support of the cities, and it also takes support of the local business communities, But if the business community is not willing to jump on board and say, okay, we're going to fund this soccer club because if we can keep these kids active, then these kids run a lot lesser chance of vandalizing my business, for example. That's an investment. But it takes the support of the community. It takes the support of the cities. And if you don't get those support, if you don't get that support from the business community in the city, you're always going to have a pay-to-play model.
As a business person and a coach and also a community organizer, do we can expect some tournament from you this year coming 2020? What is big project you have on your hand for Quick Foods, and also can relate it to the other organization around you?
Right. So Quick Feet is specifically for the 2 to 7 year olds. Exactly. All right. So we'll continue to expand that. We also have a tournament called the DC Cup. And the DC Cup, this will be the first year that we're doing it. So it's more of a pilot program.
We'll be joining.
Yep. Yeah. Right. So it's more of a pilot program. And that's going to be July 1st to July 5th. Glenn Goodwin, who's a good friend of mine, he is a part of Future Soccer Club, which is out of Upper Marlboro. We've collaborated on this. And we'd love to bring in more folks who are involved with clubs and we come together in terms of ownership, all right, for this cup as well. This goes back to ownership. I don't want to be the person to have to do it all by myself.
Exactly.
Right? I don't want to own 100% of anything. There's no point to own 100% of anything. If you own a little piece of this pie, a little piece of this pie, a little piece of this pie,
you're happy.
You'll be happy.
You're happy, man.
You live well forever. And not only that, you're part of great people who can help you to grow the business. All right, so the DC Cup is something that's coming up. Reed Sports Tours. We had a team from Barbados who came in last year. We've now expanded the Reed Sports Tours, and that's going to be in 8 different cities across the country, with DC, of course, being the hub. All right, so we are in talks with a team coming in from India. All right, the Barbados team will most likely come back again. They are coming back, not most likely. They are going to come back for the DC Cup. We're in discussions with a team in Trinidad, Guyana, Grenada, and we'd love for this to be an international tournament, but specifically for the Caribbean. Eventually, in the future, we'd love to get to Africa and see how we can invite teams from Ghana, teams from Nigeria. I know,
from Togo,
and all that stuff. I know the U.S. government just put a ban on Nigeria for traveling. I don't know what that's about, but anyhow, we would love to get African teams and Caribbean teams together to meet here.
Merci madame, mademoiselle. Nous sommes arrivés à la fin de notre émission, l'équipe du dimanche, présentée sur Afrique Today tous les dimanches à partir de 4h30, une émission présentée par Coach Fofo. Ce soir, vraiment, nous sommes éblouis d'avoir Justin Reed dans notre émission. Vraiment, on a parlé de beaucoup de choses. On a parlé du football. On a parlé d'organiser les entraîneurs blacks dans notre communauté. Et vraiment, nous sommes très contents de l'avoir et parler de son futur. Où l'année qui vient, au mois de juillet, on aura un grand tournoi pour les jeunes du Caraïbe, de l'Afrique. Oui, nous sommes là ce soir. C'est le mot de la fin. Justin, thank you to have you and our mission Equipe Du Dimanche, and we would like to hear more from you.
Coach Fofo, thank you very much for having me on the show. This is a fantastic show, and I look forward to hopefully being back again in the future. Hope I get another invite.
With a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Right.
Merci notre cher invité. Vous nous verrez sur www.afriquetoday.com, sur le Facebook, sur le Instagram et sur le Twitter et sur le Smart TV où nous présentons tous les dimanches à partir de 4h30 une émission de l'équipe dimanche présentée par Coach Fofo. Merci et à bientôt.